Hey everybody, I'm meteorologist Gavin Sandell. When it comes to weather, you'll hear these two words all the time when comparing conditions: average and normal. It's a minute change, though you'll understand in a few minutes why we here try to avoid one of those at all costs. So we'll talk about the definitions between each, and we'll start with normal, which is the typical, usual, or ordinary conditions to be expected. In meteorological terms, it's basically the run-of-the-mill kind of day. Average is more analytical. You're talking about values in a data set, and it's the central value by adding up all of the values and dividing it by the number. So let's talk about maybe the average temperature of today. You just add up the high temperature, the low temperature, and divide that by 2. So we're going to now talk about why average is more of the preferred one over normal. And in order to do that, let's go over certain time scales. So what you have behind me is the average temperature that we've had on today, September 16th, over the last 15 years. And this is all compiled from temperatures between 60 and 82 degrees. And what you end up getting for the average temperature is a temperature just above 75 degrees. And for rounding purposes, we'll just bring this down to 75 flat. So you have your average temperature, 75, but you could tell behind me, now that it's a little bit grayed out, there are no temperatures, though, that are exactly of the 75-degree nature. You have 8 degrees above, 7 degrees below, but you don't have that exact 75 value. So then that just wouldn't make logical sense. In normal terms, if 75 was the normal temperature, you wouldn't have a single day in the past 15 years that's normal. So it's more normal to not be normal. It doesn't really make sense. And let's now increase this time scale again. What you have behind me is a large compilation of daily temperatures, and in this little tan box right here, that's where the normal temperature range is. And actually, out of 257 days, you could even see these red markers here. I'll make them bigger for you. 2 out of 257 days were normal, just June 20th and August 22nd. So that leaves 255 days that isn't normal. So I guess you can kind of see a trend now. Weather isn't exactly normal. Weather trends are meant to be broken. And I was talking about temperature a lot, but you also have to include precipitation, where there's so many days with no precipitation, and there's so many days with a lot of precipitation, so you don't fit that bill either. So instead of using normal, where you don't really have run-of-the-mill weather days that often, we use the term average in our field. So you'll be hearing average a lot over the next few weeks, as our area is now checking in with consistent above-average warmth and below-average rainfall. For Weather 101, I'm Gavin Sandell.